What's going on, guys? Gilly Writes Comics here, aka Geeky Gilly, Underground Gilly, No Shill Gill, right? Here with another video. I'm also the co-creator to the Galactic Rodents of Mayhem and duo the Yunkai Warrior. Crowdfunding now on Kickstarter. Check it out. Check it out. Support the little guys making big, awesome comic books. Anyway, we're on the topic of Kickstarter. Anyone remember Airwolf in the 80s? Awesome TV show. Arguably one of the best theme songs out there. You don't believe me? Listen. Oh, man, right? Crazy, right? So, I don't know if you guys are aware of. Maybe you are. Maybe you haven't. There's a Kickstarter. There was a Kickstarter going on for Airwolf. It was a 1/18 scale toy that would be compatible with your tiny G.I. Joe action figures, right? We all remember those. I think I have. All right, look at this, right? Crazy, right? Yo, we remember that, right? I got a his tank here somewhere, don't I? Whoa! Little Storm Shadow here on the mic. Oh, Geeky Gilly, right? What I can tell you. All right, so there's news again. Crowdfunding, right? For you guys who don't know or who don't crowdfund much, or if you do, thank you for putting your hard-earned money into creator-owned projects, into the indie scene, the underground scene, people that are trying to make cool things happen through crowdfunding. There's video games that happen. There's toys that make it. There's comic books that come alive. It's all made possible with your support. And as someone who's relied on crowdfunding for 10 years to make his own comic books, I thank you. I thank you, because without your support, I am nothing. I am zero. One big fat zero. I'm a loser because I can't do it without you guys. I can't. I'm not rich. I don't have a disposable income. I'm able to finance my art teams because crowdfunders believe in the visions that I throw out, and I appreciate that. With that said, I'll have the link in the description. I'm going to be checking out this campaign. It's called Airwolf. And again, it's a pretty cool looking campaign. It was based on the TV show created by Mars Industries. And just to put it in perspective, right? Airwolf, was a popular TV show in the 80s, right? Okay, so 159 backers, right? Doesn't seem like much. 159 backers pledged $70,000, $70,703 to help bring this project to life. Okay, so again, guys, this is just one of the updates. This is sadly one Kickstarter that won't be fulfilled, all right? Closing doors and saying goodbye. Mars Industries is insolvent as of today and is closing its doors forever. For my part in failure, I am deeply regretful and apologize to everyone involved. I'm closing it all down and will not answer nor respond to anything related to Airwolf any longer. Comment how you will, blast my inbox, throw me out to the wolves on every social media platform. It's already long been done before, and I care not. I've sacrificed my family, health, and sanity over this project, and I'm done. Thank you and best wishes to all. I'm sorry. That's an update. I pray I will never have to make one day for a project that I really hold dear, because again, we put as creators a lot of passion into a project, and as it goes to show you, sometimes you need a lot more things to line up, because even if a campaign is a success, doesn't necessarily mean 100% that you will be getting the project that you supported or believed in or backed. I am into toys, okay? I don't create toys, all right? I do happen to be on the inside of a brand new toy coming out, Flipboard, right? If you guys never heard of Flipboard, definitely check it out. It's a Motu-inspired toy line called the Con line, Champions of Nefarity, centered around Flipboard, this amazing toy flipper in this fantasy world where he gets any toy he wants. He has captchas, he has bots that help him. He even has a faker out there. Really? He has his own faker? Oh my gosh, let's not say too much. But I have been part of that campaign. I'm glad to be a part of it. That campaign raised over $200,000, I believe. So that means we will be seeing Flipboard come to life. And I'm, again, fortunate enough to be on the inside of that project, made some great connections there. So I do know a little bit about creating a toy. And, you know, you got to sculpt, right? You have to have someone to make the toy, right? The prototypes, right? Oh, this is very expensive stuff. Just to sum it up for you, obviously, Galactic Rodents of Mayhem is very, very extremely toyetic. And obviously, I definitely want to see it become an action figure. So years before I got connected with the Flipboard team and was accepted in, I didn't know much about toys. I just know I can create some cool ideas for toys, right? So I reached out to the Four Horsemen. They have a website. You can contact them. And I said, hey, guys, I got a great action figure line. I got a cool comic book that's already done. I can send to you. You know, is there a way we can collaborate and make this happen? And they're like, we don't do collaborations, but if you want us to make the toy, we'll need $14,000 up front to handle tooling and all that stuff. Like, whoa. So again, I would love to say, here you go, let's make Grom a toy line. I couldn't do that. The positives, though, is that through crowdfunding, you can bring some of these toys to life. So again, it looks really exciting. If we look at some of the reward offerings, the do-it-yourself edition Airwolf was priced at $225. Okay, that's very expensive. A $400 version, you have the Masterpiece edition, which was $550. How many backers backed that? 50 people backed that. They needed a lot. They needed a lot more than $70,000. Because I'm guessing that the $70,000, again, I don't know how much of Mars Industries put up front, right? It's possible they could have put up some tooling costs up front. It is possible. It is possible. The fact that this isn't going to be made hurts, and it's sad. And it's just a reminder, guys, that crowdfunding it's a fickle bitch. You know, crowdfunding is a bitch. Even me with my comics, right? I mean, it's hard to get exposure. If you think about it, it's extremely niche, right? It's so niche. Put it like this. If we look at sales, right? Mainstream sales, right? If you look at toy sales, right? I don't have numbers on toy sales, right? But you have your Marvel Legends, right? You have popular toy franchises, right? That are guaranteed sales, right? Within toy communities, right? Within the collector communities, right? So it's very hard to get out there. It just is. It's very, very hard. In case in point with Airwolf, it's a TV property, and even then, only 159 backers. Maybe if it got more circulation, maybe if it got some promotion from some bigger YouTube channels, it could have helped. And I do know there was some bigger YouTube channels trying to push it. And again, it's $600, was it in some cases? $500, right? It's a lot to ask for. Again, but it just shows you the metrics that go with creating a toy line. You need to massively produce to see the figures get lesser and less in cost, right? So again, just looking at this, it sucks that it didn't fund. I want to bring it up. I want to talk about this because, again, for 10 years, I've crowdfunded my own comic book. I've also backed and supported a lot of projects, toy projects, comic book projects. So I know the happiness that goes in seeing a campaign fund, and I know the happiness that you get when you see it fulfilled and you finally receive what you backed for and what you believed in. So do I bring this up so to discourage you from crowdfunding? You know, you're rolling the dice, don't go for it. No, we need you, right? So what I'm just trying to say is do some research on what you're crowdfunding, or what you're backing in crowdfunding, right? If it's a toy line, right? Do some research on the toy line. If it's someone that's unproven, without a track record, be wary. But if you see they maybe have a smashing campaign that they just smashed it out of the park, like our Flipboard campaign, rest assured that campaign has a high chance for success because when we engineered that campaign, we came up with a number that we would be comfortable if we met that goal, right? So when you exceed expectations, it opens up more possibilities. You can get it out there. We can put it with a distributor like Big Bad Toy Store. More people can buy it. You get more exposure. And then we can actually talk about a second wave, right? We're showing that this IP has worth, right? So if you're going to back something, just see the track record. See, again, in crowdfunding, there's a lot of delays. A lot of delays happen. I've been hit with delays. Sometimes a printer, sometimes the art team, sometimes things happen, you know. Sometimes We lose people we love. We lose family members. We get sick. It's life, and it hits us in the hardest ways sometimes. And sometimes it's very hard to compete with mainstream, right? If you're an indie toy maker, it's very hard to compete with Hasbro. It's very hard to compete with Mattel. They have the resources to just pump out figures. Indie people don't have that kind of resources. Me and my comic books, right? It's a very small operation. I don't have the resources to pump out thousands and thousands of copies of my book and get them out there. I just don't. So again, we appreciate you believing in crowdfunding. We appreciate those who support crowdfunding. Sometimes in Kickstarter, we see like you back something, right? Maybe the game, and then the game gets released in the game shops, but you backed it. Where's your copy? And then sometimes they don't fulfill, and sometimes they don't fulfill, and it's shady, and sometimes they don't fulfill, and it's worrisome. But as I said before, if you have the money and you're looking to supporting an indie project, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you. Do your research. Know that people who've delivered will deliver, right? Believe in that, right? This is a sad story, and again, I share this just to get it out there, just so you guys know, making toys is incredibly hard. Making video games is incredibly hard. Making cartoons, animation is so incredibly expensive. You know, and then we have this, the mainstream media is a machine in what it releases and what you consume. It's all based on money. It's all based on what sells. That's just the sad truth. We want to see risk. We want to see properties that we love growing up as a kid, but sometimes it doesn't translate into dollar signs. And it's like, no, we're going to do this way. We're going to do that way, right? We've seen it happen. I had a whole ton of Star Wars figures, and guess what? I only got one now. My one Star Wars figure. I sold off the rest of them. Your franchises that you grew up in love, right? They don't have what you remember growing up. It's almost like it's this soulless brand of storytelling where it's just like, get something out, let's just get some money in, we'll market, make some toys, whatever. It's like, it's crazy, right? It's a machine. So again, thank you for supporting crowdfunding. Thank you for considering Kickstarter and supporting creators on their platforms that are trying to just do new stories, do new stuff, because again, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and the big fish dominate the ocean, and you got very tiny fish that are trying to survive. And what even gets more frustrating is when the big fish use Kickstarter, right? Because then they get all the traction, they get all the algorithms. It is what it is. Let this be a lesson in crowdfunding. I believe this toy company, they had every intention of hitting a home run with this and getting something out there that maybe could have gotten traction and maybe could open up more possibilities. But again, it's just extremely hard to make it. For all those who back this and were hoping to get their Airwolf, sorry. I'm very sorry. And again, just we can focus on the negative and dwell in the negative, but it's only going to just make us feel more lousy, right? So let's just take it as a learning experience and know that you'll just be a little bit more careful with your dollars. And when you do see a creator that has a track record, that's looking to put out some great quality stuff and need your support, and if you believe in it, maybe you will open your wallet and your heart and back something that you believe in. All right, guys. Anyway, till next time, this is Gilly Writes Comics, Underground Gilly, Geeky Gilly, No Shill Gil. Till the next time, geek out.